What's up guys, Mike Builds. I hope you guys are having a good day. I just wanted to do a small update video on my 48 volt power system and see how everything's going and kind of talk about some winter storm weather we have coming as well. So currently right now I actually have the heat pump running off of this, the OLMO Amazon special heat pump. So I'm going to take a temp gun and I'll show you guys how hot the air is coming out of that. But right now the temperature outside is around 20 degrees. So if you're from Texas, or maybe you've heard there's a big cold front coming. So there's a massive winter storm coming through, and it's actually supposed to get colder tomorrow on a Monday. Today I'm shooting this video on a Sunday. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of show you guys how the system's running, how we have it set up right now, and I'll show you all the temperature of the heat pump. So right now, there's not really any sun out, so I don't even have the solar connected. Right now I have the inverter in what's called grid bypass mode. So basically, the yellow extension cord is running into a plug, bypassing the inverter or bypassing all the battery stuff completely, and it's just powering the load. So this plug right here is actually powering the heat pump, and I'll show you all the temperature. All right guys, so we have the heat pump right here. I have it set to 79. It's about, let's see. And as you see, the air coming out of that is about 102 degrees. So that's plenty warm. So the heat pump is actually working very well considering how cold it is, because below a certain temperature, heat pumps become, less and less efficient. So it's really awesome to see this thing still producing heat. And yeah, this will definitely keep me warm, hopefully during the coldest temperatures we get, but so far so good. And as you can see, it's actually a very warm 71 degrees. So some people that might be cold, but to me, I mean, if you look, it says it's 19 degrees outside, so it's plenty warm in here, and I'm very happy with that. All right, we're out here right now, so here I'll kind of point the temp gun to something. It says it's 16 degrees, so it's very cold out here, but this heat pump's going. I'm very impressed with this thing. And yeah, so as you can see, it's overcast day, so I'm not going to be producing any power. I'm going to show you guys real quick how I intend on running my system if we do lose power, because that's kind of everyone's biggest fear during the Texas winter storms, especially because Texas's power grid, or ERCOT or ERCOT, whatever you call it, I guess sometimes they have issues. A few years ago when we lost power for a week, and it was a big deal. A lot of people heard about that, but I'll show you all how I plan on running everything if I do lose power. I do have this 2 amp charger right now charging the bank up, so the batteries are being charged, and while we're running in bypass mode, so the batteries are kind of being topped up. I'm only at about 50%. Like I said, I just haven't had a whole lot of solar. I do plan on buying a bigger, nicer 48 volt charger. Signature Solar sells one, but it's about $400. However, it can do up to 5,000 watts of AC charging. So that's going to be good to connect to a generator or whatever. Now, this inverter has a charger built into it. So in the event, like if we lose total power, so basically my plan is if we do lose power, I'll be able to just plug the inverter into the grid like it is now, except instead of being in bypass mode, it'll actually be in charger mode. So I'll be able to keep the batteries charged up. But because the inverter itself is also an AC charger, all I have to do in order to use this when the power goes out is I will turn the inverter from bypass mode to charge mode, and I will connect the AC input to a generator, and I'll show you all the generator I intend to use if that happens. But the good thing about that is I'll be able to I don't have to run the generator all the time. I just have to run it enough to top the batteries off, enough to run the heater and to run like phone chargers, and if I want to run a space heater or any of that. I do have about 13 to 14 kilowatt hours of capacity here, and the mini split pulls about 1,000 to 1,500 watts worth of heating depending on how high you have it turned up. So right now we're not using a ton of power. Let's actually see if we can see how much we're using. So we're using right now 900 watts. So 900 watts to produce over 100 degree temperature air when it's 19 degrees outside. I think that's pretty good. A normal space heater turned all the way up is going to use anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 watts. So that's awesome. And I'm going to go show you guys the generators I plan on using in case of an emergency. All right, so we're out here in the garage. So these are going to be my 2 backup generators I'm going to use in the event of a power failure during this winter storm. We have a Predator 2000 suitcase generator, and then we have the Predator 3500 suitcase, or we have the 3500 inverter. So both of these are inverter generators. This one can do 1,600 watts continuous, 2,000 peak. This one will do 3,000 continuous, 3,500 watt peak. I have stable in both the gas. They both have fresh oil changes, so these things are ready to go. The reason I like the inverter generators is because they're extremely quiet, they're very fuel efficient, and they put out very clean power. So if I'm going to plug my expensive, power system inverter into this to charge the batteries, I want to make sure the power is clean so we don't have any issues. I do actually have a big normal generator back there, and that would be good if I needed to power like a bunch of resistive space heaters, but I don't think I'll need to use that. That's just like a backup to the backup, if that makes sense. but these are going to be my primary backup generators, and they both have full tanks of gas, like I said, with stable and all that good stuff in them, and they can both run for about 10 hours on a tank of gas. So like I said, my plan is if we do lose power, I'll literally put the inverter in charge mode, plug into this, and just keep the battery topped up as much as I can. And then at night, I don't have to run these if I don't, if I don't really want to. So, and they're quiet, so that's cool. But that's going to be kind of my backup plan. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I got going on. So I'm definitely ready this winter, because the last, a few years ago when we had that big winter storm, I didn't have any generators. I didn't have that power station built. I didn't have any heat pumps, and I froze in the house. So I learned my lesson from that. It's not going to catch me off guard this time. But that's it, guys. Just wanted to make the small update video, show y'all how good the heat pump is working. I'm very impressed with everything so far. This cart has been amazing. It's been reliable. It's done everything and more I've wanted it to do. Tons of capacity. And yeah, I'm super, super pumped about it. Awesome system, and I think it'll work really well in the event of a power loss. And I'm also impressed with the heat pump. Got to give the heat pump over there some credit too, because for a $500 and something Amazon heat pump, that thing is awesome. And that's it. So that's gonna do it, guys. Just a little update video. And if you guys are gonna be experiencing some cold weather stuff, make sure y'all are prepared, stay warm, be safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.